everybody, so today's video is going to be my favorite books of 2016. Yes, and I have a lot. I have a lot to talk about, but I'm going to try to get through this video very quickly because I've talked about these books before numerous times already on my channel throughout 2016. I've gushed about them already. Now I just want to show you the ones that I loved the most. So yeah, I don't do like, what are they called? Worst books of 2006, whatever, 2000 year videos. I don't do those because I don't, why give attention to the books that are bad, right? I don't think it's a good idea. Do I want to go in order? No, let's just not go in order. The first one is Shadow House, The Gathering by Dan Po. This one was scary. It was fun. I loved it. If you haven't read it, read it. I plan on picking up the second book very soon. I already own it. But this was a really good one. It's perfect for October. It is perfect. Then Wild Boy by Rob Lloyd-Jones. I loved the heck out of this one. If I had to pick like a top three, this would be up there because I really loved this one. It's about a boy who is in sort of like a sideshow thing in the Victorian era, and he gets embroiled in this mystery that's happening, and it's just really fun. Very Sherlock, very American Horror Story freak show. So if you're interested in that, go pick this one up. It was very good. Yes. And then this one I read at the beginning of the year and I really loved it, and that is 7 Dead Pirates by Linda Bailey. This is about a boy who moves into this house and there are dead pirates, ghosts, living in his bedroom. This is my favorite book of the year. This is my favorite. I should have waited till the end to talk about this one. Should I? I want to talk about it. That is Liesl and Po by Lauren Oliver. This is my favorite book of the year, and dust is flying. Why? I loved this. I really did. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. Just go read it. Go read it. It's amazing. The cover is beautiful. When you take the dust jacket off, it's beautiful too. This was a really amazing book. It made me cry. Not that it's a sad book, but there are parts in it that are sad, but it's an amazing book. It's epic. It's epic as hell, and I loved it so much. It's one of my favorite books of all time now. I even want to get a tattoo. Yeah, that's how much I love this. Just like my John Bellairs books, I want to get a tattoo from the John Bellairs books, and I also want to get a tattoo from Liesl and Po. Either want to get the tree, or I want to get the box. I'm not sure, but yeah, favorite of the year. Go read that one. Then we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This was a reread for me, and I was going to reread the Harry Potter series in 2017. I was going to try, because these ones are very short. The first 3 are very short. Once you get to 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're so big. I don't know how I'm gonna work that out, but I'm gonna try my best. I have the paperbacks, and the font is really small. So I think for 4, 5, 6, and 7, 4, 5, and 6, I'll go to the library and get them from there in hardback because the font's a lot more bigger, and I already own 7 in hardback, so I'll read it like that. But we'll see, what happens. But I, of course, loved this. Was a favorite of the year. I loved it. I did. And I read that at the end. That was the last book I read in 2016. Then, the other stack that I have right here, it starts with Constable and Toop by Gareth P. Jones. I loved this. This was really fun. It was really thrilling, really awesome. It has to do with ghosts. So if you like ghosts and you like the Victorian era, you need to read this. You do. The ghosts of London are disappearing. Does that catch you? It should. It was awesome. Then the Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls by Claire Legrand. I read this at the beginning of the year as well. I don't remember what month, but this one was also really crazy. Yeah, this was good. Has a lot to do with bugs, so if you don't like bugs, but still read it anyway. Just read it anyway. But it's about this boy and this girl who, I think the main character's friend goes missing, and she's trying to figure out what happened to him, and she finds out he might be being held captive in a crazy house. Yeah. It's like Coraline and Alice in Wonderland and like Tim Burton. It's really creepy, really scary, but really fun as well. Yeah, and it has a really awesome cover too. It's really pretty. Then we have The Scandalous Sisterhood of Prickwillow Place by Julie Berry. This was freaking awesome. This was about these girls who are going to the school in 1800s, so Victorian era, and their headmistress and her brother drop dead at the table. It's very dark comedy. Very dark comedy. I love it. And what happens? They try to hide the bodies, and then they try to play it off like she's still alive because they don't want to go home, because if the bodies are found, of course they're going to send the kids home from school. And a bunch of crazy stuff ensues. It was really fun and hilarious, and I loved it. Yeah, so you need to go read that one as well. Get a paper out, get your phone out, type these down, go on Goodreads, add them to your to-read list. Do it, because these are great books. I wouldn't be talking about them if they weren't. I wouldn't be devoting a whole video to them if they weren't. I wouldn't have taken them off my shelf, because it's gonna be a pain in the butt to put them back if I didn't think they were worth it, right? Then we have Curiosity House, the first book, The Shrunken Head by Lauren Oliver and H.C. Chester, who is her daddy. And he also writes like serial killer books. So I think that's why I like this a lot too. I don't think that's why. It's just I'm weird like that. But this was really fun. This does not take place in the Victorian era like most of these do, but this takes place, I think, in the 1920s, New York City, if I'm not mistaken, and it's about these 4 kids who live in this curiosity house. It's more like a curiosity museum, and then they do like freak show stuff there, and they all have these abilities that they use, and there's like some really crazy stuff going on. It's a little bit like how do I say this? Like that show. What was that show called that used to come out on TV? I don't think it even comes out anymore. I forget what it was called. It was a freak show that was on like a boardwalk, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what it's called, but I really liked it. Think of that meets a series of unfortunate events together, because there's some really crazy, like thrilling mystery stuff happening in here too as well. So think of those two together, and that's what you get here. And it was really fun. Then the next ones I do not own, so I'm going to talk about them. They're on my phone. The first one is The Haunted House Project by Trisha Klassen. I have a picture of it right there, but I loved this one a lot. It made me cry. It was really just heart-wrenching, but very, very good. The writing was amazing. It was oh my gosh. It was amazing. It was amazing. It's about this girl whose mother passes away and her family started falling apart, and in order to make everything better, she feels like she should pretend to be her mother's ghost. And of course it doesn't go the way she wants, but it's just it's a really good book. I would recommend it. It's gonna make you cry though, just a warning. Then the last ones that I want to talk about is the whole series of unfortunate events series by Lemony Snicket that I absolutely loved. So that would also be in my top 3. It would be Liesl and Po, series of unfortunate events, and what else? Wild Boy. Yes, those are really, really awesome, and the whole series, I read them all 13 of them in a span of I think 3 months. I think it was 3 months. And I'm excited for the TV show, though I do have my thing about it. I don't really care for Neil Patrick Harris as much as everyone loves him. I really love Jim Carrey as Count Olaf. Now, a lot of people have their thing about him, but I felt like he did a really great job. A lot of people also, though, like to talk about how evil Count Olaf is and how he's so evil in the books. And I don't know what books you're reading, but in the books that I've read, he is also very funny. Very just like, he is. So how, I don't understand why people want him to be very like, I think people want Voldemort, they want like a Voldemort type of Count Olaf, and it's just not. So like, I don't know what people want, but I think Jim Carrey did an amazing job. I think he would have been better to reprise his role because, I love him, but we'll see what happens with it. I'm interested in it, so we'll see. But that is it. So those are all my favorite books. of the year 2016. I will see you guys next time with another video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please go check out all of these books, and yeah, go read some great books. Go read, especially this one, because it was my favorite. Liesl and Po. Go do it. Yes. 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 All right. Bye.